Okay, is this recording? Okay. It's like 3:30 in the morning on Monday, March 26th. Um, I look really bad because I look tired, but I'm actually really exhausted. I didn't sleep really good the night before. I just got back to my dorm. Spring break is over. Um, the people that live next door to my grandparents are they're like bizarre, so they kept me up last night. Not that I was falling asleep right away anyway, I was just thinking about things like visiting my high school Friday really made me think about things over the weekend, made me think about things a year ago, made me think about people, my past, like friends I don't, haven't heard from in a while. I don't even know if they want to talk to me anymore. Which, people are going to be people, but when you consider some of these people like family members, like close friends, it hurts, to not hear from them anymore. And especially when you're trying to start a new life somewhere else. And especially when you're trying to change things about yourself too, like how you react to situations, your fears, different things. It's hard. And it kind of hurts too when you feel socially behind your other friends. Like your other friends are doing things, like they're moving on ahead in the adult world, and you feel socially behind a couple steps. Like, I'm beginning to question a lot of things right now, like my faith and different things like that. I'm beginning to question what I really want to do with my future. Do I really want to do music alone, or do I want to get into human services too? I'm really drawn to the idea of human services lately. They may or may not be because I'm doing therapy, but I realize that I'm kind of interested in. I'll sit and listen in on conversations sometimes in public, and I'll be really interested in what's going on in like this person's life. Like for example, I could be standing in line and a mother and daughter could be arguing, and I could want to be curious about what sparked that argument, how often they argue, what's going on, like random things like that. It might be weird, it might not be, but that's just how I am. It's kind of scary when you think you have everything figured out, and then in a matter of just a few months, a lot of your beliefs change, or either in the sense that they've been added onto, or in the sense that they've completely changed roles. They're the complete opposite of what they were before. And then there's the matter of being, yourself. You try to be yourself, but when you're trying to change things that you think are that you've thought for a while that were negative about you, like what is the definition? Sometimes, well, obviously be yourself regardless, but sometimes you kind of have to wonder what, going into the depths of that expression, what it really means. When there's parts of you that are under construction, there are a lot of detours. What are you supposed to say? How are you supposed to act? I mean, obviously act rational, but sometimes we forget what rational is, or let things get in the way of rationality without realizing it or helping it until it doesn't matter anymore. I don't know if I've ever been as terrified for the future as I am now. I might be saying something different a year ago, but a year ago, compared to this college and stuff, senior year, it was just like a hayride. Like, a year ago, we were scared of the future, okay, but we were also, like, taking the bull by the horns. We were excited. Every weekend was another reason to celebrate, whether, literally you partied or internally you're like, yeah, another weekend, hey. Like, you felt on top of the world. You felt like the world was going to be yours with, you were a step closer to that with each passing minute. And then when you walk the stage, you go to the prom, that's like your personal ball, and then once you walk the stage for graduation, the world's yours. But then what do you do with it? What do you do when you're not completely prepared? What do you do when you're fearful? What do you do when you're unsure as to which route to take? I mean, sure, ask for advice, but when there's so many trust your gut, but when there's so many conflicting opinions, it's better to ask somebody for advice, or God, but when everything conflicts, what do you do? I mean, that's what some people wonder. I mean, in the end, you have to choose something, but I don't know. I'm just very nervous. Like, I'm scared I won't get off of academic probation because school is so confusing and stuff. I'm scared philosophy is, like, that's one of the classes I'm having trouble in. I'm scared about math. I'm just worried about this year. I'm worried about money, worried about my future. Because I don't know what's going to happen in a few months, in a month. It would be nice to have an idea, which I think that's what was so nice about. Sorry, I'm fixing my shirt. What was so nice about senior year? Like, we didn't know everything that was going on, but we had a solid idea. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna turn in this paper, deal with this person for my senior stuff, go to prom, shake my ass, do senior awards, graduate and get the fuck out of here, go to college, and do shit like that. Okay, like, but what do you do once you're there? I thought, I don't think I felt this confused about life and stuff since I was 16. And even then, I wasn't this confused. I wasn't this aggravated with God. I wasn't this, like, confused with Him. This, like, so confused, so lost with Him. Which I don't like. I don't like this feeling of, like, not feeling connected to God. Like, feeling angry with Him sometimes. Like, once in a while. Like, it took me a good while to find a decent, solid connection with Him, at least to talk to Him once every night, if not more than that. And then to feel like the trust in Him and stuff is really rocky, like with His decisions and my confusion with His decisions. That hurts. Because when you can't trust your gut, you trust God. Those are the two G's. But when neither one give you an answer, kind of that you can't just say, well, it sucks. Make me sound stupid. Obviously, it does. It's beyond that. It's scary. I hate feeling like this because I'm 20 years old. But I guess that, you don't just have anything could change. You could be like 25 and having the marriage, having a pregnancy, the career of your dreams, and the next day wanting to change it all up. Get rid of the baby, say goodbye to the husband, and say, I'm gonna screw women and go be a prostitute. And I mean, that's irrational, that's crazy, but anything can happen. Things have changed so much in a year. A year ago, senior year, everybody was all crazy. We all were like a family. Well, not everybody. I mean, people had their enemies, but for every enemy, I think people had at least 2 or 3 good friends, like in a circle. Now, a year later, we're barely talking to each other for whatever reason, whether we're busy with our paths or we're just, busy period, or we just grew apart. That sucks. I mean, at least even if we do say hi on Facebook once in a while, not having, talking to each other like non-blood siblings anymore, that sucks. Especially when, you want to talk to somebody, back home, or, like, their take on anything. Maybe it's just because it's 3 a.m. and I'm tired. I don't know. But, I think I'm gonna cut this rambling off right here. If you were watching, thanks. If you want to comment, please do so. I would really appreciate it. I know there are people that watch and say, oh, cool videos, but please comment, say something. Say that my tank top looks nice, say you like my piercing, or give your thoughts on this whole thing. Or just say you like girls because boobs. I mean, hey. But if you're a subscriber, thanks. I appreciate it.